Are you tired? Like genuinely exhausted from trying to keep up with trends that change every single week? From influencers telling you to buy this, then that, then something completely different? I get it. It's overwhelming. It's expensive. And sometimes it makes you want to give up on style altogether. But what if I told you that 2026 denim is actually going back to something real, something wearable, something that finally makes sense? Take a breath. This video isn't here to stress you out, it's here to simplify everything. Let me show you the only jeans trends that actually matter next year. Look, I spent the last few weeks diving deep into runway shows, designer previews, street style forecasts, and insider fashion reports, all so you don't have to. And what I discovered actually surprised me. Because 2026 denim isn't about chasing the next micro-trend or buying into another fast fashion cycle that leaves your wallet empty and your closet confused. It's the opposite. The fashion world is finally listening. They're seeing that real people like you and me, want jeans that work, jeans that last. Jeans that actually fit into our lives without requiring a complete wardrobe overhaul every 3 months. In this video, I'm breaking down the exact silhouettes, washes, and details that are going to dominate 2026. No fluff, no overwhelming lists of 20 different styles you'll forget by tomorrow. Just the essential trends that will actually make a difference in how you dress and how you feel. Whether you're a minimalist who owns 3 pairs or someone who loves experimenting with denim, this video has something for you. I've organized everything so you can take what works for your style and leave the rest. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for, what to avoid, and how to build a denim collection that carries you confidently through 2026. So if you're ready, hit subscribe and tap that like button. It helps more people escape the trend chaos. Now let's get into it. Jean 1. The Architect. All right. Let's start with the trend that's going to absolutely dominate 2026. I'm calling this one the Architect. And trust me, this name will make perfect sense in a second. Picture this, a straight-leg jean that sits just right at your natural waist. Not too high, where you feel like you're suffocating. Not too low, where you're constantly pulling them up. Just that perfect sweet spot that feels intentional, structured. Like someone actually designed these with a real human body in mind. The Architect is all about clean lines and deliberate proportions. We're talking about a leg that runs straight from hip to ankle without any unnecessary drama. No aggressive tapering, no exaggerated flare. Just a consistent, confident silhouette that does exactly what it's supposed to do. What makes the Architect special is the fabric weight. We're moving away from those paper-thin stretch denims that lose their shape after 2 washes. 2026 is bringing back substantial denim, think 12 to 14-ounce weights that hold their structure throughout the day. The kind of jeans that actually mold to your body over time and develop character instead of falling apart. Color-wise, the Architect lives in that mid-wash territory. Not too dark, not too light. That perfect lived-in indigo that looks appropriate whether you're grabbing coffee on a Saturday morning or walking into a creative office meeting. It's versatile without being boring, classic without being outdated. Now here's why I'm so excited about this trend. The Architect represents a shift in how the fashion industry is thinking about denim. Instead of designing jeans that photograph well for Instagram but feel terrible in real life, brands are finally prioritizing wearability, comfort, longevity, things that actually matter to people who wear clothes in the real world. Styling the Architect is almost effortless, and that's the entire point. Tuck in a crisp white button-down and you've got an elevated casual look in seconds. Throw on an oversized blazer and suddenly you're ready for dinner. Pair with a simple tee and sneakers, and you're handling weekend errands in style. This jean doesn't demand attention. It earns respect through quiet confidence. If you only invest in 1 pair of jeans this year, in preparation for 2026, make it the Architect. This is your foundation piece, your workhorse, the jean you'll reach for again and again because it just works. Jean 2, the Storyteller. Okay, now let's talk about the trend that honestly surprised me the most when I was researching this video. I'm calling it the storyteller. And this one is for everyone who's been craving authenticity in a world of fast fashion sameness. The storyteller is all about vintage character, but not in that manufactured, factory-distressed way we've been seeing for the past decade. I'm talking about jeans that either genuinely come from vintage sources or are designed to develop their own story over time through natural wear. Here's what's happening in 2026. People are rejecting the idea of jeans that look identical to everyone else's. They want uniqueness. They want to look down at their denim and see something that feels personal, something that reflects their life, their movements, their experiences. The storyteller features subtle fading patterns that develop naturally. Whiskers around the hips, honeycombs behind the knees, soft wear marks where your phone sits in your pocket. These aren't flaws, they're features. They're proof that your jeans have lived alongside you. Silhouette-wise, the storyteller typically leans toward a relaxed, straight, or very gentle taper. Nothing extreme. The vibe is effortless and a little bit nostalgic, like jeans your cool older sibling would have worn in the 90s. Comfortable without being sloppy. Relaxed without losing intention. The wash range for the storyteller is wider than the architect. You'll see everything from sun-faded light blues that look like they spent summers at the beach, to deeper indigos with strategic wear patterns that add depth without overwhelming the eye. The key is that nothing looks uniform. Every pair has personality. What I love about this trend is the sustainability angle. When you invest in quality denim that's designed to age beautifully, you're automatically buying less. You're not chasing the next thing every season because your storyteller jeans keep getting better with time. They become uniquely yours in a way that mass-produced denim never can. Styling the storyteller calls for pieces that match its authentic energy. Think worn-in leather jackets, vintage band tees, relaxed knit sweaters with texture. Accessories that look collected over time rather than purchased as a matching set. The whole aesthetic is intentional imperfection and it works beautifully. If you've been feeling disconnected from your wardrobe lately, like everything you own could belong to anyone, the storyteller is your answer. This trend gives you permission to embrace individuality again, to wear jeans that actually mean something. Jean 3, the whisper. Now let's shift gears and talk about something completely different. This trend is subtle. It's quiet. It's the kind of thing you almost don't notice until you realize you can't stop noticing it. I'm calling this one the whisper. The whisper is defined by ultra-soft, almost invisible color palettes. We're talking about ecru, cream, soft gray, stone, pale blush. Colors that blur the line between jeans and trousers. Colors that feel like a breath of fresh air in a denim market that's been dominated by blue for over a century. But here's the thing, the whisper isn't just about color, it's about texture and movement too. These jeans typically feature softer fabrications, lighter weights, a drape that moves with your body instead of holding rigid structure. They feel premium the moment you put them on. The silhouette for the whisper tends toward wide leg or relaxed barrel shapes. There's an elegance here that you don't usually associate with denim. When done right, the whisper can take you from casual daytime settings all the way to evening events without feeling out of place. That versatility is rare and valuable. I think the whisper is gaining momentum because people are craving calm in their wardrobes. We've been through years of loud fashion, bold logos, aggressive designs screaming for attention. The whisper is the antidote to all that noise. It says confidence without shouting. It makes a statement through restraint. Styling the whisper requires a bit more thought than our first two trends, but the payoff is worth it. You want to lean into that elevated, almost editorial aesthetic. Think silk blouses, structured coats in complementary neutrals, minimal jewelry that catches light without overwhelming, pointed toe shoes that elongate your silhouette. The whisper also works surprisingly well with contrast. Pairing those soft cream jeans with a sharp black turtleneck creates visual tension that feels modern and intentional. Or try layering with deeper earth tones like chocolate brown or forest green to ground the lightness of the denim. One practical consideration. The whisper demands quality. Cheaper versions of this trend tend to look cheap immediately because the pale colors show every imperfection in the fabric. If you're going to invest here, invest properly. Look for brands known for premium denim construction. Your cost per wear will justify the higher upfront price. The whisper isn't for everyone, and that's perfectly fine. But if you're someone who gravitates toward understated elegance, if you appreciate fashion that communicates through nuance rather than noise, this trend is going to feel like it was made specifically for you. Jean 4. The Rebel. And finally, let's talk about the trend that's going to turn heads. The one that's not afraid to be bold. The one for those of you who watch fashion from the sidelines thinking everything looks the same these days. This is the Rebel. The Rebel is 2026's answer to denim fatigue in the most unexpected way. Instead of playing it safe, the Rebel leans into exaggerated proportions, unconventional details, and silhouettes that challenge what we think jeans should look like. We're talking ultra-wide legs that sweep the floor. We're talking asymmetrical seaming that creates visual interest where you'd least expect it. We're talking unexpected hardware, oversized buttons, exposed rivets, industrial zippers that become design features rather than functional necessities. The Rebel doesn't follow rules because the Rebel is too busy writing new ones. Now, before you scroll away thinking this isn't for you, hear me out. The Rebel doesn't mean costume. It means confidence. It means choosing one statement element and letting it speak. You don't have to wear every bold detail at once. That's actually the opposite of how the Rebel works. The beauty of the Rebel is selective boldness. Maybe your version is a perfectly tailored jean with one dramatically exaggerated cuff. Maybe it's a classic wash interrupted by a single contrasting panel. Maybe it's a subtle wide leg that's just a few inches wider than expected, enough to feel different without feeling overwhelming. Color in the Rebel territory ranges wildly. You'll see deep, saturated indigos that look almost black, stark white denim that commands attention, even experimental tones like deep burgundy or forest green done in authentic denim weaves. The point is deviation from expectation while still remaining wearable. Styling the Rebel requires balance. When your jeans are making a statement, your top half should typically calm down. A simple fitted tank, a clean crewneck sweater, a structured jacket in a neutral tone. Let the denim be the conversation starter, while everything else plays supporting roles. What I appreciate about the Rebel trend is that it validates personal expression. For too long, fashion has told us to blend in, to follow, to buy what everyone else is buying. The Rebel gives you permission to stand out on your own terms, in your own way, with choices that feel authentic to who you actually are. This trend isn't about peacocking or seeking attention for attention's sake. It's about finally feeling free to wear what excites you without apologizing for it. And honestly, that mindset shift might be the most important trend of 2026. So there you have it. 4 denim directions that are going to define how we think about jeans in 2026. The architect for those who want timeless structure and reliable versatility. The storyteller for those craving authenticity and personal connection with their clothes. The whisper for those drawn to quiet elegance and understated sophistication. And the Rebel for those ready to express themselves boldly and unapologetically. What I want you to take away from this video isn't that you need to run out and buy 4 new pairs of jeans tomorrow. That would defeat the entire purpose of everything we've talked about. The point is awareness, understanding where denim is heading so you can make intentional choices that align with your personal style, your lifestyle, and your values. Maybe you watched this and realized you're definitely an architect person. Great, now you know exactly what to look for. Maybe the whisper spoke to you in a way you didn't expect. Beautiful, explore that direction and see where it takes you. Maybe you're a combination of 2 or 3 trends depending on your mood and the occasion. Perfect, that's how real personal style works. The fashion industry wants you confused. They profit from your uncertainty. But when you understand the trends before they hit the mainstream, you take back control. You stop reacting and start choosing. You build a wardrobe with intention instead of impulse. 2026, denim is about returning to quality, returning to individuality, returning to clothes that actually serve your life instead of complicating it. And honestly, that's a future I'm excited to be a part of. If this video helped you feel more prepared and less overwhelmed about denim in 2026, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. I drop videos like this regularly, breaking down trends before they happen, so you're always a step ahead instead of playing catch up. And if there's a specific trend from today's video you want me to dive deeper into, whether that's styling ideas, brand recommendations, or budget-friendly alternatives, drop it in the comments below. I read every single comment, and your feedback directly shapes what videos come next. Share this with a friend who's been stuck in a denim rut, someone who needs to hear that staying stylish doesn't have to mean staying stressed. Thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate you being here. Now go build a denim collection you're actually excited about. I'll see you in the next one.